Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie O, and today's content will be very different from what we've done in the past. I like hearing scary documentaries. I'm all about it. Like literally, I will go on a jog and this is what I will listen to. Documentaries, scary documentaries for the most part. So in today's video, I will be bringing you 5 urban legends to tell in the dark. So if you want to have a skin crawling moment before you go to sleep, keep on watching. 5 scary urban legend stories. Let's begin the countdown. Number 5.
The liquor.
So this story is about a girl that is home alone with her dog one night, and she feels this weird energy. She feels like she's a little scared, but she's regardless going to go to sleep, and she invites her dog in to sleep in her room for comfort. She wakes up randomly during the night because of a creepy sound. She keeps on listening to some kind of creepy dripping sound. So needless to say, she gets a little scared. Her heart begins racing a little bit, but she reaches down to her bed to pet her pooch to get to lick. That's enough comfort, so she goes back to sleep. Now the next morning, the girl walks into her bathroom. When she looks into her curtain rod, she gets the scene of her dog hanging, slaughtered, and dripping. Now the scene is unbearable, and she turns around, and in the mirror, in bloody writing that reads, "Humans can lick too." At number 4,
The back seat.
starts out with a woman driving home alone one night. Nothing under the ordinary. I'm sure many of us have done that, driving home alone at night. And then all of a sudden, a car comes behind her and keeps on flashing their lights. Now, at first, she doesn't seem concerned about it. So she's like, okay, these people just want to pass me up. So she slows down to see if this car, which in this case is a truck, will pass her up. It's not happening. It still continues flashing their lights occasionally. She gets a little bit annoyed by this. She speeds up a little bit. The truck does too. So then she begins to become a little bit concerned. She then decides to take the back road and see if her suspicion is true. Is this truck really following me? So she does. And guess what? The truck turns into the back street as well. Now I can only imagine. I've been in that situation. Scary, needless to say. So at this moment, she's freaking out. She is scared. She presses on that gas and races home. Now when she gets home, she's greeted by the police. Everything is ready. The truck pulls in too, and the first thing the police does is reach over, and the first thing the police does is go over to the red truck, get the man down, and arrest him. Now as he's being arrested, he yells, "Check her back seat." Now the police races over to the back seat, and in her back seat was a man hiding with a knife in his possession. So it turns out that every time the truck would flash the beams was every time that this perp would stand up behind the seat with a knife attempting to stab her. And when they would flash the beaming lights, the perp would get scared and crouch down in her back seat. Therefore, these flashing lights she was running away from actually ended up saving her life. Moral of the story is always check your back seat. Number 3.
The black-eyed children.
Now this was really popular in the late 80s and early 90s. Now most sightings begin of, people being parked in their car, being at a red light, and all of a sudden they see these children just approach them. At first it doesn't seem alarming. These kids do, though, attempt to get in your car. At first, they'll be really nice about it, and when you decline, they do get pretty persistent, and it is said that they try to open the doors to get inside. Now, this is when most people start noticing not just the odd behavior, but then they started noticing some odd characteristics. Now, some of the descriptions said of these black-eyed children are the following. So they have black eyes, all of it, completely covered. Everything. They have pale skin. Average ages are between 6 to 16. It is also said they do wear outdated clothes. Pretty much summing it up, you guys, paranormal creatures. Since normally these people think these kids are just hitchhikers, but then as they get closer, they do feel and notice a sinister energy about them. And once you see their characteristics, now some alleged encounters recently were reported in the Albina, Texas area. Now I live in Texas, so panic. In conclusion, some people think these are alien children because of their big black eyes. Others just categorize them because of their sinister energy as the devil's children. So next time you have someone desperately approaching to open your car door, check out these characteristics. If they meet these, try to safely get away from this, and once you can, hit the gas. Number 2
Chupacabras.
that I can vividly remember, the legend when it began and it started going around. It was so popular in the 90s. I can remember being a child, and I remember one of my cousins always talking about it, and in attempts to scare me. It worked. So I remember this so vividly. Now, Chupacabras is translated as the goat sucker. First sightings were first rumored in Puerto Rico. He is said to be a blood-sucking monster that doesn't just attack livestock and goats, but it drains them of their blood. Pretty much, I guess, the animal version of a vampire. Now, the description of this creature has always been so scary to me. From all the pictures that I've seen, some of the clips, I know you can look it up on YouTube, like El Chupacabras, and like you'll see something running between the woods. That was like the most famous one that I can remember. Something running through the forest. Now, could this be someone dressed up? Possibly, but what if it's not? This creature is said to walk on 2 legs. His height ranges from 4 to 5 feet. It's said to have large eyes. Now, it is said that Chupacabras has spikes running down its spine and long claws. Now, sightings till this day have been rumored in Latin America. Now, the most recent I do have on this, or I did find on this, was allegedly some bodies have been found in Texas related to Chupacabras, but then it turns out that they concluded this could possibly be just some dogs that died off. Can't confirm that, so it's still a mystery. Does it really exist or does it not? What are we supposed to think what is the farmer supposed to think if it finds the livestock in this condition? Can you imagine? Not just like bitten, but also drained of its blood. Very uncommon and really creepy. And this is why this makes number 2.
La Llorona.
Okay, now coming in at number 1, y'all, I have to mention this one. This is a popular one in the current culture. Now, let me just tell you, though, a couple of things. Maybe you just know the basics of it, about the one, being scared when you get into the water and it's dark outside. But there's more to it. I never understood why this creature came about or how this story came about. So when I kind of looked into it, I was like, scary. But let's get into it. Now, this legend originates in Mexico. The main character is a woman named Maria who impulsively throws her children into a lake after she finds out of her husband's infidelity. She then does regret this decision, and that is where this begins, of La Llorona hanging out and lurking at night in lakes, or pretty much similar bodies of water, looking for her children and crying for them, hence La Llorona. Now, some characteristics, or a little bit of the description of how La Llorona is supposed to look like. She is said to be wearing a lace white dress, pale skin, and evil haunting eyes. They say the energy she projects is enough to make your skin crawl. So if you are ever hanging out at a lake at night and you see something similar coming your way,
Run.
Okay, and that is all I have today. I do hope you kind of enjoyed this content. Like I said, it is spooky season. Urban legends are something that I've always found fascinating. So I do hope that you found this at least entertaining, or at least something to kind of listen to in the background. Maybe learn a little bit more about these legends that we commonly hear in our culture. So thank you so much for watching. I had fun doing this. I loved doing this. I hope you guys have an amazing end of the month and an amazing holiday since these are coming up. If you like this, give this a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Feel free to like and share this video just for everyone's entertainment, your family's entertainment, your friends' entertainment, Facebook, Instagram. Feel free. I will be linking down my Instagram below. Feel free to follow me there. So I do hope you guys have a good night. And remember, check under your bed. And if you're driving, check your back seat.